It looks grim outside, and you'll have to excuse the voice. It's CJM Retro. I've got a bit of a cold virus at the moment. I'm fighting it off, but it's not going to stop me today because we're going on another road trip. Yeah, risen from the ashes. We haven't done a road trip. It's got to be the proper road trip for about the best part of 2 years. So the plan is today to visit 5 shops, all in the south area. Hopefully we're going to start off with a new shop we've not been to, which is Retro Games HQ in Swindon. They've got a massive selection of Mega Drive and Master System games, so hopefully looking forward to checking that out. Then we're going to do a triple decker of insane games. We've been to Bridgwater shop before, so we're going to hit that one. We're also going to do the one in Wells and the one in Street. And then we're going to finish up in hopefully sunny Weston Mare, MT Games, an old favourite of ours. So yeah, I'm going to go and get ready, get some sore throat tablets, get a drink down my neck. Non-alcoholic at the moment, and we're going to get en route on this road trip on this very dark, dreary February morning. So just waiting for my lift to pick me up. It'll be a bit of a surprise who you're going to see pick me up, so stay tuned. We're en route now, and it's just started to piss down. It's very grey, very dark. It's a little bit better over there. It's just starting to piss down. We've got a surprise driver with us today. It is Bad Fuck Up UK.
Hello everybody, I've took a break from Bumble and I thought I'd come on here.
Yes, we're en route. We're en route to get some breakfast and hit the first shop in Swindon, which is Retro Games HQ. And I still need some sore throat tablets. So we just stopped for some breakfast at Strength Services, and we're just going to head on now to Retro Games HQ in sunny Swindon. Right, we're just heading into Swindon, about 2.5 miles out. Going to check out, what is it, Cash Converters first, Tim?
Yep.
And then head on to the big Retro Games HQ of Swindon. So yeah, I don't think I've ever been to Swindon. So I'm expecting big things at this shop. So here we are at Holmes Music, which has got Retro Games HQ in. Inside, as you can see there we are. There's Tim. And we're going to go in and see if they've got any Mega Drive Master System games. So let's go in and take a look. Let's go and take a look at these Mega Drive games now, and Master System. Well, we've just left Retro Games HQ inside Holmes Music in Swindon. And as you can see, the weather's brightened up quite a bit now. A few Master System pickups here, incredible Mega Drive selection to be fair. Quite pricey, I'll talk more about that later. And we did get a few pickups, so we're on to the next shop now, which is Insane Games in Wells. And we've never been to this one, but I'm expecting some cheap fodder here, so fingers crossed. On to the next one. Okay, we're getting closer now. We're about 5 miles out or so from Insane Games in Wells. I think we're going to miss the one in Street out and head on down to Bridgwater and the Weston Mare. It's turning into a lovely day, and I'm hoping for some cheap MS pickups here. Would it be too much to expect a big Mega Drive one? Yeah, I think so, but we'll keep looking. So here we are outside Insane Games in Wells, and let's go in and take a look.
Wow, like some of the maps work, and just some of the other ones are like all fuzzy.
You're playing sort of like local market.
Yeah. See what we can record. Cheers, thank you.
So we're just leaving Insane Games in Wells. Nice little place, Wells. But what did you think of the shop, Tim?
You want my honest opinion?
Well, why not?
Absolute
Please
fucking
drive to
shite.
highlighted route.
It was a little shop. There was quite a bit of stuff in there, but not much, I would say, retro beyond PS1. There's a little bit of Mega Drive, no Master System at all. So it was a little bit disappointing. We're hoping the Bridgwater one, well, it's normally really good, so we're hoping that's going to come up with the goods. There's a few shops to see in
I think
Bridgwater.
you got more chance of finding something there than this fucking shithole.
Yeah, I agree. So yeah, let's get en route to Bridgwater then. Okay, so we're here in Bridgwater. We're going to check out Insane Games. We've just been to Entertainment World, CX, Cash Converters, nothing in there. So let's go into the first original, Insane Games.
You know, I used to have that on the Amstrad. That's a dreadful game.
ATV Simulator, I had that as well.
Run the gauntlet. Fucking dreadful. I had that ATV.
Did you?
Afterburner.
Fruit Machine Simulator, what a classic. Big box games.
Yeah, I had Fruit Machine.
Yeah, down the bottom as well, isn't it?
Snooker Simulator.
Yeah, it's Atari's as well.
Oh, look, very classic on the specky. Checker flag.
It is, isn't it? More Spectrum here, isn't there? Oh, Amstrad.
Looks a bit bizarre. You ever heard of that? Ninja Scooter.
No, mate, no, I haven't. $2,600. Okay, so a quick fleeting visit to Bridgwater. First of all, we start off in Entertainment World. Very disappointing, not much Mega Drive Master System unlike before. Quick look in both Cash Converters and CEX, again, nothing of note in there. And a few pickups from Insane Games, a few cheaper Mega Drive and Master System generic titles really. So it's all on to the last shop now, which is MT Games in Weston Super Mare. So hopefully we'll be there in perhaps about half an hour or so, traffic permitting. And I'm looking forward to a cold pint of lager at some point soon as well. Right, so we've arrived to Weston Super Mare. We're in the Premier Inn. Got a lovely sea view. You can probably hear it's very windy outside. Pier's just over there. About 3:30 in the afternoon. I made a pull from on the 4th floor. Lifts aren't working. I'm on the furthest point of the hotel. So here we go. Let's go out and see if we can get on the pier and check out what Weston Super Mare's got to offer. And of course, we're still going to visit MT Games. So let's go meet him. Well, we made it to the pier. Look at this lovely beach. Later, we've made it to MT Games. Let's go in and take a look.
Great golf.
Possibly got that, I'd have to check.
Yet another copy of Wimbledon. Shadow of the Beast.
Definitely got that one. Very racy Super Nintendo boxed.
Some more down here, you got Freddy.
Really hard to film on that, isn't it? From
Chucky.
yeah. Nintendo. Back in the day.
Chucky above you.
Oh yeah, Brian Chucky. Still selling Xbox 360s as well. Right, so it's been a long day. We're in the Premier Inn bar, as you can see. Mr. Millar's on not the coronavirus, but the Corona beer. I'm on a bit of a flat pint Coors Light. How do you think the day's gone, Tim? Bad fuck up UK?
It's been an interesting day. It's been a long day.
It has been a long day.
I've got a few pickups out of it. I mean, the majority of the shops are quite good. Nothing cheap.
No, that's true. They're getting more and more expensive.
Everything was really expensive, I have to say.
I agree there, mate. It's a very quiet bar, isn't it? Hardly anybody in. It's only 9:30 on a Saturday night, but we're flagging, aren't we?
Well, you've been up since what? 10 to 7?
Yeah, 6:30, I think.
6:30.
This could be the last one. We shall see.
Yeah, might go back to the room and have some mushrooms, maybe.
Back in the talk. Right, so we're back from the road trip. In fact, this part of the video is actually about 2 months after the road trip. We did the road trip on Saturday, February the 1st, I think it was. And of course, you know what it's like when you've done a road trip. You just get back, you're tired, you put the games to one side, you go back to work. Unless you do it straight away, it's hard to get round to doing the end of the video with the pickups. So that's all I'm going to do today. I'm actually off work at the moment, due to obviously COVID-19. Or COVID-19, whichever you call it. So yeah, I've got a bit more time on my hands to go through this. So it's I've been going through it this morning trying to work out what shops we went to and where I picked up from what. So I'm going to do my best. So here goes. So basically, we started off at Retro Games HQ in Swindon. It's a shop that's inside Holmes Music. Yeah, it was quite a good shop. The guy was really friendly beforehand. It's a bit off the beaten track, but he did sort of say that he could sort out parking if we needed, but we did find a car park nearby. Now, we've got a great selection of both Mega Drive, Master System, some other stuff you've probably seen from the footage. I actually went that day and had a really bad virus or cold, hopefully not coronavirus, because it was 2 months ago, but I had no energy, I had a really bad cough. It could have been, I don't know, it was really knocked me about for the best part of a month, to be honest. And I went there and of course I was sweating in the shop. The way you got the games, they're all in cabinets, so you had to get them to open the cabinets, I understand that, but you couldn't get down in the corner to get the games out, to find out which games had manuals, which didn't. It was a bit cramped. I would have liked them perhaps better displayed, but as regards what he actually had a really good, decent selection. He was a very friendly guy. So we'll talk about that shop a bit later on when I show you the pickups. Then we went on to Insane Games in Wells, a shop we'd never been to before. It was closed when we got there. We found a sort of cafe opposite to go and have something to eat, which was good, and waited for him to reopen. I think it was pissing down the rain at the time. So we went there, a shop we'd never been to before. There wasn't much there, to be honest, so it was a little bit disappointing. I guess I should have really realised that, but it was nice to visit a new shop. We then went on down to Bridgwater, where we visited Entertainment Zone, which is kind of like a junk shop. Did get one pickup from there, but it wasn't as good as last time. His stock was severely depleted. Then we went on down to, of course, Insane Games in Bridgwater, where I did get some pickups. Again, very reasonable prices, limited selection of what they've got retro as regards Sega, I would say now. Now I've been there a few times, but yeah, we did get some good pickups. And then we went down to MT Games, which I'll perhaps talk about a little bit more later. Quite disappointed, they've moved the retro section, didn't have anywhere near as much as I remember from last time. Majority of them without manuals, the prices have all gone up, even on basic games that you wouldn't consider hard hitters. So yeah, it was really disappointing to sort of end with that shop kind of thing. So that was pretty much it. Then we went and checked into Weston Supermare Premier Inn and had a meal out, watched the Wolves game, a few drinks and a meal out. So that was pretty much it. I'm now going to show you the pickups. So from the first shop, Retro Games HQ in Swindon, as you know, when you sort of try and get cheap Master System titles, the majority of them you're going to possibly find are going to be sports titles. So that was pretty much the case. I've managed to find Super Tennis, Wimbledon, Great Volleyball, and then a couple of non-sports titles, Trivial Pursuit and Dick Tracy. Now they're all complete. I'm not going to actually open them all up because I'm filming on the iPhone today, and it's going to be a bit more difficult to do it. So basically, yeah, the 5 games came to, which I'll just show them across again: Super Tennis, Wimbledon, Great Volleyball, Trivial Pursuit and Dick Tracy. They came to like £23, but I managed to get them for £20. So, you know, £4 a title, that's still not too bad in the scheme of things. So the next shop we went to, of course, was Insane Games in Wells, and literally I just got 2 pickups from there, 2 sports titles, £2 each.
Mega Games 1 and NHLPA Hockey 93, which was a classic from back in the day that absolutely had hours of fun playing. So again, £2 a title, you can't really complain there. So then we went on down to Bridgwater, a few shops we visited there, CEX, Cash Converters and Entertainment Zone, which used to have quite a lot of, I thought it was like more like a junk shop, it had lots of like sci-fi stuff, games. There's only one pickup there for me and it was £4, $3.99. Merc, so that wasn't too bad. I wanted to leave with a pickup and it was another one, you know, relatively £4 and under, which I've been trying to buy with the Master System, so yeah. So then it was on to the original Insane Games, Bridgwater, which of course has moved premises. And at 50p a shot, I thought I'd buy a couple of Spectrum games. We've got Steve Davis Snooker and ZX Sinclair Spectrum Chess, which was a great game back in the day. I had quite a few hours of fun playing that as well. So we went on to the Sega Mega Drive and literally sports titles again, but £1 each, I think it was for £2 for PGA 3. I literally got the trilogy, excluding European. PGA Tour Golf a quid, PGA Tour Golf 2 £1, which even as a sports site is an absolute bargain. That was an absolute classic back on the Mega Drive in the day, and I had literally weeks, months of hours of fun with friends and family playing that game. It was one of my favourite games of all time. For £1, you really can't leave it there. PGA Tour Golf 3 was £2. So there you go. Also from Insane Games, I got Action Fighter on the Master System, Global Gladiators on the MS, and a classic from back in the day, Operation Wolf. Now they were all priced at £5 each, so when you factor in also the PGA games and the Spectrum games, it came to a nice flat round £20 spent. And so on to the final shop, which was MT Games in Weston Super Mare. Now, as I said, I'll talk a little bit more about what I meant about the shop. When you used to go in the shop, you used to see the retro section on the right hand side. They had loads of Mega Drive, loads of Master System. They've moved it sort of at the back of the shop towards the left, and a lot of the games didn't have manuals this time. I ended up picking up Great Golf on the Master System, which is $3.99, and Shadow of the Beast on the Master System, $4.99. So that was we're talking £9 spent, $4.50 a game. That's not too bad, not too much away from where I wanted to be. What was disappointing though, I think we found Sonic. Oh, I can't remember if it's Sonic and Knuckles now. There's a Sonic game, it was worth about 25 quid, and it was actually labelled up at $4.99 on the box, but when you, I took it to the counter, when you opened it up inside the cart, it was something like 15 or 20 quid, and the guy wouldn't let me have it as $4.99 that was on the box because he said kids had been messing with it. It's very embarrassing, and it's obviously clearly they don't check the games very much in there now, which is a little bit disappointing. You know, but I still got a couple of pickups in there, still a great shop. I just thought this visit was a little bit of a downer. So there you have it, those are the pickups. So when you figure out that I bought 16 mix of Master System and Mega Drive games for £56, it works out $3.50 a game, which is really good value in this day and age, even for sports titles, I think, and a couple of Spectrum games for £1, so 57 quid spent. So it was a good road trip. It was a little disappointing as in the shop in Swindon. I expected him to have a lot more pickups for me. Maybe I'm expecting too much just to expect that he may have had a Mega Drive game for me when I only need 8. That's probably a bit too wide of the mark, but it was a good trip. I wasn't very well on the trip, wasn't 100%, possibly with this virus thing. So 2 months on, I'm a lot better with self-isolating now with what's going on in the world, so I hope you're all keeping safe. It was a good road trip. Hopefully do another one in the near future when things calm down, obviously when things reopen and the world hopefully gets back to some sort of normality. So I just thought I'd quickly give you a little quick insight into what I actually need still on the Sega Mega Drive. So I'm down to 8 titles. I'm thinking about purchasing one off eBay shortly to get it down to 7, because let's be honest, the events and the shops now, very unlikely I'm going to find perhaps one in there. Maybe more so at a gaming market that's perhaps need to revisit in the future. So this is what I need to complete the Sega Mega Drive set. We're sort of on a stops at the moment, a bit static, but we're going to get there in the end. So we've got Death and Return of Superman, Dragon Ball Z, which might be my next purchase, Mega Man Wily Wars, The Pirates of Dark Water, The Punisher, Spider-Man Animated, Spider-Man Venom Separation Anxiety, and Zero the Kamikaze Squirrel. So that's what I need for the complete full Sega Mega Drive UK Euro PAL set, whichever you want to call it. And that's pretty much it for this video, so I'm going to go and chill now, probably play some Xbox and tidy these games up. Put them away in the cupboard somewhere. So yeah, that's it. Hope you've enjoyed watching the video, and I'll catch you all again soon. So keep it real, YouTubers. Adios. Keep safe.